get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. Get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Into the trends. CLE be the band.
Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my boy, my co-host, B. Foster, in the building. I want to remind everyone to subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube and follow us on the podcast aggregators for your audio fix. Make sure you put in Bleachers and Speakers, FFSN, in your search, and those will be places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, places like that. Make sure you following us. The notification bell is on, and make sure you download those episodes. We have another featured player of the week, NFL draft prospect style type of thing going on. And before I mess up another word, I'll let Foster do his thing.
All right, so now we have Demetrius Knight, just formerly from South Carolina. And when I thought to myself about what the Lions need, I think our linebacking core is probably the most veteran. It's one of our older groups. We don't have a lot of young developing guys that can carry on in the future. So I wanted to look at the linebacking situation. And ironically, Demetrius Knight is already 25 years old. He's already 6 years deep in college, but still young nonetheless. But like I said, he's 25 years old. He's the number 3 ranked linebacker, and he's the 63rd ranked player overall. So this is a player that could possibly fall to us at that first round area if we were looking at him, or possibly could fall into the second round. But he's 6'2", 245 pounds, and he runs a 4.62 40. Not too bad for a linebacker. As a senior at South Carolina, he had 82 total tackles, 57 solo, 3 forced fumbles, 2 sacks, and one interception. He played his first 4 years at Georgia Tech, and then he transferred to South Carolina. He was a team captain in 2024, and he was ACC academic honor roll from 2019 to 2021. That was while he was at Georgia Tech. He actually got his degree from Georgia Tech as well. As far as his strengths, he has a devastating downhill trigger, and he has an explosive first step to shoot gaps. He has natural instincts as a blocker. He's a powerful striker who delivers jarring hits. He has outstanding straight line speed for a guy of his size. He has zone coverage awareness. He takes on blocks with proper leverage. He has a high level of special teams experience. You know, Dan Campbell likes those guys that are versatile and can play special teams. He needs natural leadership qualities. Like I said, he was a team captain in 2024. As far as his weaknesses, he can be over patient reading the run. He has his lateral agility and change of direction is limited, and will occasionally duck his head to duck his head at ankles when tackling, and he is susceptible against shiftier running backs and tight ends. So this is in man-to-man coverage. So this is a player that is better in zone coverage situations and running downhill and defending the run. As far as his role with the Lions, depending upon whether or not we go after Barnes, he might be a replacement for Barnes. Obviously, he's 25 years old, so there's not as much development necessary for him. He should be a good plug-and-play player from day one. But I like his straight line speed and his ability to make plays in the open field. Anybody that has the potential to chase down, to have the speed to chase down some of these dual threat quarterbacks is somebody that can play on my team. So like I said, we have a lot of, Anzalone's been around the league for a while. Barnes has been around for a while. Rodriguez and some of those other guys have some limitations, Nowaski. So I feel like eventually we need to start developing and finding some young linebackers to come in and, be playmakers. But, he would be joining a team that defends the run pretty well. So he kind of fits into that mold. But I think we need some, explosive, hard hitting, speedy linebackers to
the speed part in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing is having impact players that can chase down some of these dual threat quarterbacks. So that is Demetrius Knight.
Yeah. This is more of a player, a realistic player that could be there at the end of the round, but we all know what the Lions need. We need that pass rusher. We need that edge rusher. This guy's good in coverage, though. But we do need linebackers. With the injury to Rodriguez and Anzalone getting another, a year older and possibility of losing Barnes, definitely linebacker is a position of need, and this guy could fill that need. Once again, Foster, you've done a great job. I want to remind everybody to subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube and follow us on the podcast aggregators.
Get your lick back. If a nugget gon' do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. Get your lick back. If a nugget gon' do something, ain't no chit chat.